Welcome to the family with
Officer Dave.
And Andy Brant Bernard.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Little news, little information. Josh will not be on today because I believe he's visiting his mother, I think. Either his son or his mother. He's visiting someone.
So he's down by you.
Yes, he is. There's no question about that. I just looked at a couple of the headlines that are coming out nationally today. No one saved a screaming man trapped in a well because they thought he was a ghost in Thailand. You heard that story?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he was a ghost, so they wouldn't save him. But apparently, did he live through it?
I think.
I think he did. Now,
He was trapped in a well for 3 days and got rescued. Yes.
Okay.
3 days.
Wow.
There you have it. There's also a headline: the winners and losers of 2024. Should I click on it? I think I should click on that one. This might be a good one to click on. According to a new list, this year's winners include Zendaya, Joe Rogan, and the Penguin. This year's losers are Kevin Costner, Katy Perry, and Joker Folie à Deux.
Yeah.
What is Joker Folie à Deux? I don't even know what that is.
The sequel to the Joker movie that came out some time ago. And it's apparently incredibly horrible.
Is it really?
Well, first off, it's a musical.
Oh, good God.
Which I don't know what they were thinking with that. And second off, the entire movie is basically just like undoing the entire personality of the Joker.
Oh, so no.
It's no one liked it. Absolutely no one.
Kevin Costner got in a big battle with Yellowstone.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan, I think, wasn't it?
Didn't he make his own series and it didn't do well or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't even know.
Or was that someone else? I don't know.
I think you're right. I think he did. He had this big grand idea that he was going to do better than Yellowstone, and it just backfired miserably.
Horizon, yes, that's right.
Oh, Horizon.
Yeah, he left Yellowstone, and then he made Horizon, an American Saga, which I think is basically just Yellowstone 2. And no one really liked it.
Oh boy,
that's too bad. The Hollywood Reporter posted a list of 2024's winners and losers. Here are some of the highlights. Winners: Zendaya and other former child stars, specifically Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, and Lindsay Lohan, who's having a kind of comeback year. That is true. Losers: Kevin Costner and Francis Ford Coppola, Horizon and Megalopolis were big, expensive passion projects that both went bust. That's too bad. I like Francis Ford Coppola. Winner, Taylor Sheridan. While Costner left Yellowstone to do Horizon, everything Sheridan touches continues to turn to gold. The one complaint I'm hearing now from some people is that every series that Taylor Sheridan does is exactly the same. It just takes place in different spots.
Well, of course.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I like his stuff. I don't have any problem with it, but, it's entertainment to me. It's not going to change my life. Loser, the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris celebrity cheer squad. I don't even know. I suppose all those actors and all that. So now, didn't Kamala Harris file for divorce from her husband?
Did she?
Really?
Would you look it up, Andy? Because I don't have the full story, but I think she did file for divorce. For husband, I don't know if it's because it turned out that he hits women or something.
There are rumors, but nothing
Confirmation.
concrete.
Oh, I thought it was official now that they were separated.
Apparently not.
Oh, so they just made it up in the news?
Well, they make up everything in the news. Come on.
Well, that's pretty much true, isn't it? Winner, everybody involved with the Penguin. The Penguin, you guys watch the Penguin?
Nope.
I did not watch the Penguin.
It's really good. I mean, honest to God, who's the star of it again? Who plays the Penguin? Because
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. You would never know it was him.
Yeah,
not a clue.
He's unrecognizable. In the movie The Batman, he was completely unrecognizable. It was crazy.
It is the Penguin series is really, really good. He does a great job. From the voice, his appearance, the way he acts, the way he walks, you would never know it's Colin Farrell.
Kind of a good mobster show type.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's fun. It is a lot of fun. Loser, everybody involved with Joker Folie à Deux. So I didn't even know that was out. What happened to it?
It just sucked.
It sucked
My
so badly.
complaint says if you skip all the singing parts and aren't a huge fan of the first movie, then it's not bad.
So
That's not great.
it's not great. That's not a.
There's a
fault.
lot of movies like that where it's like if you just
Yeah.
cut out 20 minutes of it, it becomes a good movie. But meh.
It's true. Winner Chappelle Roan and the Pop Girls of Summer. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, what the hell you just said?
You know, Chappelle Roan and the Pop Girls of Summer. I have no idea what the hell that even is. Do you?
Let's see here. Chappelle show. Let's see. Some crap that we don't care about.
Yeah, I suppose that's what it is. Well, it has to be because we've never even heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's not even worth reading the description because none of us give a crap.
Loser Katy Perry, whose big pop music comeback was a critical and commercial dud. I didn't even know she tried to come back in pop music.
I didn't either.
I didn't know she left the first time.
I didn't either.
Well, that's the other problem. You don't know these things.
It's not my genre. What can I say?
Yeah, it's another, yeah.
Winner and loser, Beyonce, her Cowboy Carter album debuted at #1 and also made her the first black woman to top the country album chart, but sales dropped off quickly and the album was snubbed by the CMAs. So Beyonce's not a very good cowboy singer, is that right?
Apparently, I wouldn't think she would be.
I didn't know she
considering-
was a good singer otherwise.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Again, not my genre.
Is she the one who charged like $5 million to appear
Yep.
with Kamala Harris and then never did even sing a song?
I believe so.
Little money grubbing there, Beyonce. That's kind of a problem, don't you think?
Yes.
I don't really understand why you would do something like that. You promise to come out and sing a song, you charge her $5 million, and she's now $20 million in debt after spending over $1 billion on her campaign.
Well, I mean, you don't get to be that much in debt with good finances. So maybe she should call Josh Arnold, Mr. Money Talks, to
Yeah, get him to.
finances
That's a great
handled
idea,
by
Andy.
someone else.
Yep.
It's a great plan. Just move on to something else. That's all we have to say to you. It just, to me, and it's been a long, long time now, I don't care about any of this Hollywood crap anymore.
Yeah, that's the
guess I
thing.
could
It's
go-
like I just could not care less about any of these people.
No, you're 100%. I'm shoulder to shoulder with you guys. What they say means absolutely nothing. Affects me absolutely zero in my world.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's the way to look at it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Eventually,
Yep.
it happens. It happens to everyone. There's a South Park episode that I like about that. So I think it's Stan. It's either Stan or Kyle, one of the boys. I don't know. He's listening to music, and all of a sudden, it just starts like it sounds like someone crapping on a toilet to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's going on? Is something wrong with my headphones or something?" And he listens to another song, sounds the exact same. And basically, the moral of the story is, at some point, all music sounds like shit.
Yeah, I
Except
guess
for the
that's it.
stuff that you grew up with.
Yep, I suppose.
And I mean, honestly, celebrities are the same way. It's just like after a certain point, you just can't care anymore.
I don't understand this one. Liquid Death and Depends have teamed up to create an adult diaper for heavy metal concerts. They do a lot of peeing their pants at the concerts, do they?
Apparently
Well,
so.
if you drink enough and take enough Molly, I suppose.
I suppose you're absolutely right.
I don't know what heavy metal fans do. Do they do drugs? I'm assuming so.
Well, I think
Yeah.
they used to. I mean, years and years ago, that was
They're just
all the rage.
incontinent
Yeah.
permanently now. That's a shame.
It is a shame, no question about it. Dave, did you watch the game last night, the Lions and the
I watched
Packers?
the second half, yes. So I saw the best part of the game.
So the Lions did win.
They did win 34-31, I believe
Oh.
the score was.
Pretty
I
close.
think that's right.
It was back and forth the whole second half. It was Packers would Lions went for it on like 4th and 1, and the Packers stopped them. Got the ball at like the 30-yard line, took the lead, went back to the Lions, took the lead. Packers kicked a field goal to tie it with like 7 minutes to go, and then Detroit went right down the field, and 2 seconds left, kicked the field goal to win.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Macaulay Culkin now has an ad for Uber Eats.
Let me guess. It's a Home Alone reference.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Well, it's
Oh, One thing I like about Google is that I can spell Macaulay Culkin any way I want, and it's going to know what I
That's not a
meant
bad
to type,
plan.
because I will never in my life remember how to spell his name. Let's
Has
see.
something to do with Christmas carolers or something, I guess. I
Yep,
don't
it's
know.
a new Home Alone themed ad. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, there you go. So he's not around much anymore, is he? I haven't seen him in a while. I don't
Well,
think.
he had quite a run there with the staying sober and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
Oh, did
sure
he?
did.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to these days, but yeah, he hasn't done anything of note in quite some time.
That's too bad because I did like him in those movies. I thought he was terrific.
Oh my gosh, when he was in Uncle Buck,
Yeah.
when he was a young kid, he mirrored my cousin. I have a cousin.
Well, is
Oh
that
my
good
God,
news
I
or bad
looked at him, I'm
news?
like, geez, that's Jeff. And it's
Hmm.
like, no, that's not Jeff. Holy crap.
I used to look very much like him.
Oh, really?
Like Macaulay Culkin as a kid, and I as a kid looked very, very
Oh,
similar.
wow.
Yeah.
I never looked like anyone.
No?
No.
No.
No celebrity lookalikes?
Well, Mr. Incredible, but that's a cartoon. So,
That's true.
what do
Good
you
enough. I'd take it.
I
Yep.
suppose that's true. Babbel has put together a list of the most mispronounced words and names of the year. See how many you know. Each word pronunciation is separated by a 2-second pause. That way you can see how many people on your show can properly pronounce the word or the name. Oh, Kamala Harris, it's Kamala. Everybody else says Kamala, and her name is Kamala. I do
Yes.
know that. Barry, I think his name is Barry Keoghan. Is that correct? What did
I
he pronounce it?
don't know who
Kogan
that
or something?
is.
Actor who dated Sabrina Carpenter is featured in the movie Gladiator 2.
K.O.
Yeah, they probably
I'd
Keoghan or something.
probably say Kogan.
Or Kogan, yeah, that'd be one.
I don't know. Irish
Pete-
names don't make any sense.
That's true. Pete Buttigieg, he ran for president in 2016, served as President Biden's secretary. Yeah. Well,
Yes,
how
they are-
Buttigieg?
Booty juice.
Yeah.
Booty juice. Yeah, booty juice. There you go. That's what it is.
Yep.
I don't know about this Chinese founded fast fashion store, Shein. I would pronounce that Shane.
H-E-I-N.
Would it
Yeah.
be-
Shane
would
is
it
what
be?
I would say, probably.
Would it be Shein instead because it's Chinese?
Shane. Let's see. It's pronounced Shein, yes.
Yeah, Shein. Yeah, there
Oh,
you
it's
go.
because, yeah, in Chinese it's spelled Shein. It's just
Oh, there's-
spelled differently in English.
Zendaya, actress known for starring in Dune and Challengers and for dating Tom Holland. I don't even know who Tom Holland is, so that's a problem.
I think he's from Holland.
Yeah, it probably is. What was Tom Holland in? I don't even know who that is. But I don't go to a lot of movies anymore, I guess.
He's Spider-Man,
Yep.
the new Spider-Man.
Oh, the new Spider-Man. Yeah, I haven't seen
Yep.
that yet. Any good?
I don't know.
It's anybody can play Spider-Man if
That's
you
true.
look young and
Yeah.
can do flips and crap.
All you have to do is be quippy and take off your mask every so often.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
all quippy?
I don't know. Like I said in the chat, the last Spider-Man movie I saw was Spider-Man 3, which came out in 2007.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's been a bit.
Well, and they've had a couple iterations. When Stan
Yeah.
Lee created all those characters, he had like 15 different Spider-Man. There was Spider-Man, there was Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man,
Yep.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So-
it's always been that way. Comics have always been like every couple of years they reboot everything and they redo the entire story, and it's always similar but not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
And the movies are the same way.
Indeed, that works for me. That's all I have to say. Anything else in the world that you guys want to talk about? Because there are a couple other stories I want to get to here. But is there anything?
Go ahead.
What do you got cooking?
We had a new Ethanism last night.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So we were brushing his teeth, and he insisted on brushing his teeth. So usually it's this Raffi song called "Brush Your Teeth." So when you wake up in the morning and it's 1:45, that sort of thing. But today, for some reason, he wanted the theme song to Sonic the Hedgehog. So I put Sonic the Hedgehog theme on, and it's about a minute, so it's perfect. And we brushed his teeth, and then this theme song ended, and I took the toothbrush, and he goes, "That was wonderful."
That was wonderful.
Yep.
What was wonderful about it?
Just the fact that it's Sonic, I guess. His toothbrush has Sonic on it, so
Oh,
the
okay.
pairing,
That was
That
wonderful.
was wonderful.
Oh God, isn't it great having children? That's the whole thing about that. I was talking to someone about this. Well, the world's so tough right now, and everybody hates everybody, and blah blah blah. I say, I gotta be honest with you. I adore my wife. I love her dearly, and she tells me she loves me, so I hope that's true. And then, we had two children, Andy and Alex. We adore both of them, and that's wonderful. They got married to Melissa and Dan. Fantastic situation. We now have four grandchildren that we adore as well. So if you have all these people that you love so much, why do you let any of that stuff on the outside even bother you? Right? I mean, these
Right.
people that can't keep their families together and they can't. Look, some family situations get really hideous. I understand that. No question about it. But I adore my family. So does Catherine, Andy, Alex, the kids, all the rest of it. I mean, once you got that, who cares about anything else?
Right. No, I get
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it's
That's
true.
And now that it's been officially brought up, I can actually say that yes, I am going to be a grandfather in May. So,
Oh yeah,
You are
yes.
grandfather.
Yep.
Well,
My
Grandpa Dave.
my middle guys and his wife are expecting a little boy in mid to late May.
And a little boy, name will be Dave then.
Probably not.
no,
Probably not.
I have zero say in the matter.
Well, we all have zero say in the matter. There's no question
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
true.
So, that all works out in the end, though, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Well, so this is the first grandchild?
This will be our first grandchild. Yep.
You ain't going to believe how wonderful that is.
Yeah, I can't honestly, I was in no hurry 5-10 years ago. Now it's like, okay, I'm ready, let's do it.
yeah.
Yep.
Let's get it going.
It's like
see that.
I don't need to be a grandpa just yet. Come on.
Well, how old are you?
It's wonderful.
I just turned 57 yesterday.
57. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, my grandpa was 60 years older than me. So
Okay.
there you go. It's
Yep.
about right then.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you
I-
only had one grandpa because my dad was dead before you
That
were
is
born.
right. I never met your dad.
Yep.
Think
My-
he had
No idea
died.
how old he was. I don't know anything about him. What's his
60 when he
name?
died.
Rob?
His name was Robert. Bob.
There you go. I did not. I knew his first name more or less. That's about
Yeah,
it.
more or less is a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you have these wonderful families and relationships and all the rest of it, why does anybody care about all the negative? People want to be negative and act like assholes. Good for you. I hope you enjoy your life.
Right.
I don't know why you want to do that, but that's just me. Right? I mean, why do
Right
you
on.
want to do something like that?
Yeah, who knows?
I hate everyone. Well, that's a lot of Hollywood stuff anyway, isn't it? A lot of hatred in Hollywood.
Oh God, yeah. If you don't think like me, you're the devil.
You're the devil, I say. I don't know. Yeah, it just, honest to God, whatever. Apparently somebody changed my password because I tried to get into Outlook just now to check on other things, and it
I think that
says,
somebody might have been you.
it wasn't me, I'm telling you. I don't know who it is. I think somebody's hacking into my stuff, man. Do you
I
think
bet
that's
it's
what it is?
Louisville Joe.
Joe in Louisville. He helps me out with a lot of that stuff, Samantha.
Oh, there you go. I'd blame him.
Just for the hell of it, we
Just
put the blame on
because.
him.
Yeah, just because it's
because you
Joe.
can.
All right. Well, I guess if that's how it's going to work out, then that's how it's going to work out. There's only so much I can deal with, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, what the hell? But all works out. So Catherine and I last night, and I did want to point this out. I pointed it out on the morning show too. Catherine and I watched George C. Scott in A Christmas Carol. That man was one of the greatest actors of all time.
Oh, he could become. You literally believed he was that guy.
Yeah, you did.
Patton, all of them. It was
All
like,
of them.
yep.
God, he was a great actor. He died,
he
a
was.
few years ago now?
25 years ago.
He died 25 years ago?
So no, not a few.
He did not.
Yeah, September 22nd, 1999.
I swear to God, I thought he was dead about 5 years.
Then sometime.
I have a great story about my friend. My friend, George C. Scott belonged to a golf course called Walkabuck up in the New York area. I don't know if it's in Connecticut or New York or where it is. It's right by the city and all that stuff. But Apparently, George used to like to have a few cocktails at the club and then drive home.
Uh-oh.
And the police kept telling him, George, you got to stop doing this. You can't do it anymore. Just don't drive after you've been drinking. We don't need it. You don't need it. So just
Mhm.
stop doing it, right?
Right.
So he gets pulled over and he's been drinking again.
Boy.
And the cop says, George, seriously, you got to stop doing this. If you please just tell me you'll stop doing this, I can let you go one more time. I'll follow you to your house to make sure nobody gets hurt because you're not completely wasted, but you have been drinking and you need to stop it. So I'll follow you to your house. I'll make sure you get in the house right. But you got to stop driving after you've been drinking. The cop pauses and George C. Scott says, why don't you blow it out your ass?
Hmm. Maybe he was a little more drunk than the cop thought.
Yes, and I don't think he made it home that night.
Yeah,
If you know
probably
what if you know what I'm saying.
Just like George Jones on the lawnmower.
Oh God, on the lawnmower. That's right. Drive into town to buy some more booze. Because who was that? Tammy Wynette he was married to?
Well, he was married to her like 4 times, wasn't he?
I think so.
Were you
I
talking
think
about
that's-
George what?
George Jones.
George Jones, country singer.
Yep. But yeah, she
Birdie.
threw the keys away or hid the keys. He's like, I gotta go get more booze. So he hops on his garden tractor, drives into town.
Uh-oh. Dad just closed the browser, it looks like. Trying to get into his email. So hopefully he'll be back soon.
Way to go, Chavi.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
unfortunately, we have not really been doing a whole lot lately because we have a newborn baby. So
Mm-hmm.
don't have a whole lot to talk about except for sleep deprivation.
All I've got to say as I rejoin, what's this button for? God. I accidentally clicked on the wrong button there. That was not a good move.
Yep.
What were you guys talking about?
It was just about Andy was talking about how he was sleep deprived nowadays.
Oh, because of the kids?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the baby is up until almost midnight, and then the toddler
really?
wakes up at like 7:30. So it's not a great combo, especially since the baby needs to eat at least once every night.
You know what you should do? Have that exact same situation and have a morning show where you got to leave the house at 4:30 in the morning. That's a thrill.
You went to bed at like 7:00.
I did. I went to bed at 7:00 every night so I could get up at like 3 in the morning, get ready, and go to work.
Yep.
That would suck.
I do not miss doing morning radio in that part of it. I got to be very honest with you.
I cannot believe that people are like, there's enough people awake for that to be worth their time.
Right. Well,
like how many people are going to work at 4:00 in the morning?
Honestly,
well, no, you left at 4 to get there by 5.
Yeah,
but still, I mean,
I was building houses, I would roll out of bed at 5 in the morning or whatever, and like Tom, get up, get ready, go to work. And as I was driving in, the show would start. And Tom, I listened to you on the way to work, during work, that whole time.
Thank God. Now we're talking.
I don't think they do construction that early anymore.
Well, they do it when the sun rises, but
right.
The way I always did it was I would get there early, and I'd be there 6:30-ish, and I'd finish my coffee, sit in the truck, finish my coffee, listen to the show, and then start work, turn on the job site radio, and keep on listening.
So they did construction while the sun was up. So
basically,
you could work noon to 1.
About 7. Well, in the summertime, we always
in the summer we have
7.
actually a decent amount of sunlight.
In summer we'd start at 7, and the last company I worked for was phenomenal. It would be you would work from 7 to 3:30, and then you were done. You didn't
really
worry about it. It was an 8-hour day, and this was the multi-million-dollar houses that we were building, and solid company, great guys. It was 7 to 3:30. Wintertime would roll around, and you'd be 7:30 to about 4. And so it was always an 8-hour day, and then it wasn't any of these 12-hour days you're busting up to try to get onto the next one right away.
Yep.
The class of houses we built was top notch, so it was very meticulous, and if it wasn't perfect, you did it again.
Yep.
So
not anymore.
Yep.
No, we've heard many stories about people buying these brand new $1 million+ homes, and there's just like everything's wrong with
Yeah,
them.
there's not a square wall in
Yeah.
the place.
Piping is all messed up.
Yep.
The electric is all messed up. It's
Yep.
like, what is going on?
Yep. Back then when I built my house, when you start with a square foundation and a square house, everything clicks. And from the time that we started, the time we closed was 60 days, which was psychotic. That
Wow.
wouldn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
But everything was right. It was square. And the guy who set the cabinets comes in and he says, "Will you give lessons to these guys on how to build a house?" Because everything was perfect.
Yeah. Non-square houses. We are living in a 70s house.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's pretty much square, but not entirely.
Right. There's things
it causes issues.
Yeah. And as houses get older like that, stuff starts to deteriorate.
Well, that's true.
So
yeah, our doors. I just recaulked the windows in our living room.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it increased the temperature of that room 10 degrees.
A lot of air comes in those old
They
windows.
sure
man.
do, and they're
Oh,
not even
man.
that old though. They look like they're probably maybe 10 years old,
Okay.
but they didn't caulk them.
Yeah.
So if you look on the side of the window, you can see the outside
Yeah. If you're that house
between
is
the window and
probably
the
just
pane.
the last owner probably cleaned it all up and did some work or whatever and didn't put it back in.
Yeah, probably.
My son's house, we just finished going through that. The people who owned it before him didn't care.
Most people don't.
And boy, it was just a wreck.
You should see some of this. Right after 2008, I had a job. I got my realtor's license.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a job where I'd go look at foreclosed houses to see if they would be worth buying.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these houses I saw, it's insane what people did to them. Yeah, they
So-
would just like take a sledgehammer to the wall just because, why not?
They
Yep.
just beat holes in the wall as they were moving out.
They sure did. They'd pour concrete in the toilet to
Oh,
completely
Jesus.
destroy
Yep.
the plumbing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why do people want to be such pricks? I
Because
just don't get it.
they don't care. They have no investment in it. There's no pride and ownership when they do that
Yep.
stuff.
But you're harming other people for no reason.
Exactly.
What do
but
they care?
They don't care.
Why?
It's how they are.
Mhm.
It's horrible. But
Well,
yeah.
I'll give you an example of leadership then. I mean, I just saw this. It popped up on Alpha News. Fresh off his failed bid for vice president, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz snapped at a reporter when discussing the state's projected budget deficit Wednesday. The quote, "Was my microphone just off? What in that last answer didn't address that?" Started screaming at the reporter.
Yeah, well, he's all crabby because he got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, that's true.
But isn't he just a prick anyway? Everybody I know that's ever met him, and I've talked to him on the phone, but I've never met him in person. They can't stand this guy.
I've seen him. I've been in the room with him, and I probably am going to see him tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
At the funeral up there in Red Lake, but
yeah.
it's I can't stand to look at him.
That's what everybody tells me. They can't stand to be near the guy.
He comes into our law enforcement memorial thing and does a talk of how he loves cops. And then you hear him and he's, "Oh, cops are horrible, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah, I know.
So whatever the crowd is.
It's what the constituents want to hear in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I know there's a few politicians that absolutely they call him out as being a very gifted liar.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, the body language of his drives me crazy.
And that was only when he was running for when he was on Kamala's ticket.
Jesus, settle down, Buster. Here's another one. Alec Baldwin just called voters that elected Donald Trump ignorant and uneducated. Alec Baldwin's calling people ignorant and uneducated? You're the biggest fool on earth. What? I just love that. Doesn't his wife all of a sudden now have an accent out of nowhere?
Yeah. She's
I'm
making it
sure
up as
he
she
went
goes.
to Yale or Harvard or one of those, so he thinks he's the smartest man in the world. Let's see. He went to George Washington University and New York University and Tisch. I don't know if any of those are prestigious or not, because I couldn't care less.
I don't either. But I mean, look, Alec, you just shot and killed someone, and now you're calling other people out for being fools
Yeah, exactly.
because you played with a gun you shouldn't have been playing with, you moron. Somebody lost their life,
Yep.
and now you're calling other people out for being stupid.
Yep.
What kind of an ego do you have to do something like that?
I think
Yeah.
he's got a bit of an ego,
And the funny thing about
just a bit.
funny thing about it is his brother Dan, he's a great guy. I've known Danny for years and years. He's just a great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been on the show several times.
Yeah, just a really, really nice guy. I mean, I'm looking at all of these postings. It's like, my God, everybody just hates everybody else. Stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
I just don't understand why everybody wants to just shred everybody else. Makes no sense to me, but such is life.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand people who, because they've played a part and entertain people, they know everything.
Oh God.
Never
Well, it's because they
understood
get worshipped their entire life.
That's true.
yeah,
That
They're
is
surrounded
very,
by
very
nothing
true.
but sycophants. It
Yep.
makes you think that you can do no wrong.
that's true.
There you have it. I don't know. Well, there's another Tim Walz story. He's working out on stealing our freedom. There's a video of Tim Walz, Governor Tim Walz. Cold weather means projects in the garage.
Is he
What?
trying- is he trying to tell us that he's a regular guy again?
Yeah, he's just one of those guys.
Projects
No
in the
question
garage,
about
huh?
it. One of those guys, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
He's.
I don't have a heated garage.
I don't either. I have an insulated, but
I don't have ours isn't insulated either.
Oh,
We
it's
don't go out
not?
there in the winter.
Well, why don't you insulate it?
We keep talking about it, but it's always
And
like
heaters.
we have other more important things to do.
More important projects to get taken care of.
Yep, like replacing our front and back door,
Oh,
because those are sometimes when you open the front door, if it's cold enough outside, a bunch of ice will fall off the bottom of it.
Oh my God.
That's how you know it's time to get a new door.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So God knows how much energy we're wasting through those doors and windows.
Yep.
It's absolutely true.
So it's you could insulate the garage, but let's get those doors taken care of first.
Yep. No, that's hard.
That's going to be expensive.
Maybe just replacing the threshold would be enough.
Oh, we've done that.
You've done that already.
We did
Okay.
the threshold. We put those sweeps on just for good measure.
Mhm.
But no, these are 50-year-old doors.
And they're shrunk up. Are they wood doors?
Yep.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll You
And
gotta
the back door is clearly rotting,
Yeah.
which isn't
It's time
great.
to put steel doors on.
Probably. Or the fiberglass. That's what we did in the old place.
Yeah, that would be anything insulated will make a
Mhm.
huge difference.
Okay, because you're a cop, I got to ask your take on this one.
Oh,
Crime.
Breaking news. Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum has just announced that she will not close the southern border of the United States. What is wrong with people? I mean, seriously. You got all these governors and all. No, we're not going to send them back. They're not residents of the United States. Take care of your residents first, and then everybody else.
my dad had a saying, Tom. Sweep the shit off your own doorstep
Yep.
first.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. I mean, I just don't understand how this ever happened in the first. Well, I know why it happened. I don't understand how it happened. They brought all the people in, all these new people in, millions and millions, so they would vote the right way.
Yes. Yes,
This was all about them getting elected
and work for nothing.
Yep.
and work for nothing.
That's
Yeah.
the real important part. Is the companies are the
Yeah.
ones lobbying to keep the border open, because more people from the south means more people that they can pay less than minimum wage
Yeah.
under the table.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that too.
I just wish
I
it were-
arrested a guy on the way to work one morning.
On the way to work.
On the way to work.
Huh. So do you have your cruiser just like in the driveway then?
No. I have to go to the station to get it.
But how did you arrest him if you weren't in your
So he
cruiser?
was on his way to work. I was working night shift.
Oh, I thought you were on your way to
No,
work.
no.
I was like,
He was on
I haven't
his
started my shift yet, but I'm going to bust this guy anyway.
he was on his way to work.
Okay.
Stopped in this business that was closed in the parking lot. So I get a suspicious vehicle call
Mm.
Ooh.
and pull up. Here it's immigrant who had a few before he left the house.
Yikes.
He was on his way to a restaurant to go work in the kitchen.
Oh, great.
Thank God
knives and raw meat.
Thank goodness my partner that was working the city next door was conversational in Spanish. He translated. I did the field sobriety stuff and hauled him in, and he couldn't provide me with any real identification. We notified ICE on that one. And sent him back to Mexico.
So he did get sent back to Mexico?
Well, I'm sure the restaurant was paying him 75 cents an hour, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Again, because otherwise it's like, oh, you want to raise? Let me just call the police.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, suddenly you don't want to raise anymore. Exactly. That's interesting.
So, yeah, I had a friend who was with ICE at the time, and I called him and I said, I think I got one here. Do you want me to keep him? He's like, yep, bring him to jail. We'll pick him up tomorrow. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. So,
do you think as a police officer they are going to get most of these people out of the country who do not even belong here?
Tom, that's a hard one to answer.
It's very difficult. Well, how many, isn't it gotten to be like 7 or 8 million people?
Yeah, it's a lot of people. I don't know how. Homan, isn't that his name? Homan or Homan?
Tom Homan, yeah.
He's got his work cut out for him.
But I just, and again, I know this was all about making money for the politicians by getting votes, and these politicians and their money grubbing. We got to do something about this.
Yep.
I mean, the state of Minnesota had a surplus. Now we're going to be like $250 million in debt, or more than that.
Yep, we're going to be short $1 billion.
$1 billion. How did that happen?
It's because everyone's leaving.
Yeah.
Businesses are leaving because they don't want to be taxed to oblivion.
Exactly.
So goodbye, many millions of dollars of tax revenue.
Yep. But it makes us better.
Speaking of billionaires, Tire Carver is on the phone.
Hey.
Yes, billionaires with I haven't seen any billionaire, baked goods or anything like that in a while.
Billionaire ice cream is hard to find.
Billionaire ice cream. What's going on, Tire?
Not much. You guys were talking about home building and stuff and home improvements. You were talking last week about wiring houses.
Yep.
Extended family member, Dave. I don't know if you know of Hoffman Electric.
I've heard of it, yes.
Harry, was an extended family member. I learned to wire houses through Harry the completely wrong way.
Whoops.
Harry worked electrical so much, his hands were so calloused, he would wire the box first. So every wire in the house was live.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, before the boxes, before the switches, before the outlets were put in, the wiring up through the walls was live.
Oh.
And he'd go around stripping wires and then just grab them with his bare hands going, oh, there's the live one. And every once in a while he couldn't feel it, so he had to get his hand wet.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I learned to wire a house going, that doesn't seem right. And everybody in the family's going, no.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I was like 16, 17 at the time helping build an uncle's house, and Harry's over there wiring it, and I'm going, this looks dumb.
Wow. I like that. This looks dumb, I suppose.
If you've ever wired an outlet box, it's a good way to callus your hands real quick.
Yeah.
God, your hands hurt after that.
Yep.
Twisting those wires and having to pull them, and everything's so tight.
Yep.
Because if there's too much wire in there, then it won't fit. So you have to have just enough.
Yep.
And of course, it's copper cable that's been snipped, so it's not exactly dull.
Yep.
Just some nice sharp edges.
Yep.
I was wiring some outlets in my basement, and my dad's at the breaker box, and he's asking the question, "Are you done yet?" And before I could answer, no, he's turning the switch on as I've got it,
in your hand.
My hand is completely.
Oh God!
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. No, my rule is no one goes near the breaker box until all the work is done.
Good rule.
No, I'll be turning that on. You just go sit over there.
You know what my rule is? Let's hire someone to do it, honey, because you don't want me touching that.
There are people who do this for a living.
I'd say 90%
support,
of people should never open an outlet box.
Oh God, no, absolutely. I should never do that.
Yeah. Electricity
I'd
is
say-
one of those things I've never been comfortable working with.
I wasn't at
more
first.
along the lines of 95%.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you know how electricity operates and if you are very, very careful to stick to the code,
Mhm.
there's basically no chance of anything going wrong.
Right.
But it's like, the idea of if I touch this wire the wrong way, I'm dead.
Right.
It's, can be a little sobering, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
110 in a house across your hand it's a good tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
It doesn't really hurt other than that second of, hey, guess what?
Yeah. I remember
And then it's
touching the
gone.
electric fence in Dayton when we had our horse pen. It had an electric fence
Yep.
around it. And I remember touching it once, and that was enough for me. Yeah, it didn't really hurt, but it did, it knocks you over and you have to
Get your attention.
take a little bit to recombobulate.
Yep.
But
hmm
the interesting part is when we were redoing the breakers, those wires that come into your house are never off. So when
Nope.
you're taking a breaker out and putting it back in, there's this copper wire that's live,
Yep.
and it is it's 240 volts, and that will
Mhm.
mess you up. So
That
basically,
will knock you across the room.
we had an electrician come in and tell us what we'd need to do and everything. And he's like, okay, so
Yep.
you take these breakers off, and so these are your wires coming in and out of the house, and they're always live, so don't touch them. And I'm like, okay, so what if you do touch them? And he's like, you basically die. So
Oh, well.
avoid doing
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, 240 can knock you across the room.
240
really
can be
fast.
a real problem. Yeah. That's why you wear those insulated gloves when you're working a breaker box.
You do what the proper electrician taught me is when you're working with that, you grab your belt with one hand
Yeah.
and
Because
you
if
work
you,
with the other one.
if you touch a wire with one hand and something grounded with the other, it's going to go right through your
Yep.
heart. And that's how
Yep.
you die.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Keep the hand
start
to
working
yourself.
with anything over 110. You start grabbing your belt
Yep.
and work one-handed.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it's
can see
interesting
that.
stuff. I never thought I'd be doing work like that, but I don't know. We were just like, we could spend $20,000 on an electrician, or we could spend a couple weeks learning how to do it properly and do it ourselves.
Right.
And now when there's an outlet that's loose, I can just go replace that thing in
Yep.
5 minutes. It's no
Yeah.
problem at all.
I don't have a problem
Yeah.
doing that little bitty stuff, but
Yeah.
that you get into this wire goes to
Breaker
that
work.
and blah 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 blah.
Oh, like recircuiting.
Yes.
Yeah, I recircuited our garage earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a project.
Yeah.
God, it took forever.
Yep.
But sometimes houses are wired in the most asinine way possible. So you just need to fix that. Like, for example, your garage doors, the lights, the outlets, and your kitchen lights are all on the same circuit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way
Yep.
to turn on the microwave and make it so you can't leave your house anymore.
There you go.
Have a house to leave anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
Uh,
yeah.
Speaking of microwaves, my garage is wired through the microwave.
Yeah,
circuit
ours was too.
in our house.
Yep.
It's like, who thought of this as a bright idea?
I know. Ours was the exact same way. And that's why I redid it. I was sick of okay, Melissa's using the microwave, so I can't open the garage door until it's done.
Oh, God.
Or use the chop saw in the garage because the
Oh.
microwave and the chop saw take more than 15 amps or whatever the circuit is.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yep.
yeah, one day I was just like, I'm sick of this. I'm going to redo it. So it's all on its own circuit now. Good to go.
Yep.
Well, Tyler, you got like 5 more minutes?
Sure.
Okay, because I want to run something by the three of you. If you know, first of all, what is Pantone? Is that a paint company? Pantone.
Think?
Never heard of it.
I haven't either. Oh, so it's a paint company.
Oh, Pantone is the color matching people.
What does that
So
mean?
it's like if you wanted to repaint your house the exact same color, they have products that can help you do that and that sort of thing.
Okay, that's what Pantone does then.
They do, yeah, their color matching thing. That's what they're famous for.
Okay.
Okay, well, I want to ask you why they wanted to bring this kind of attention to themselves. Pantone revealed its new color of the year for 2025.
Is it Badman
boy.
Orange?
You ready? Pantone revealed its color of the year for 2025, and it is poop. The color
Yummy.
of oh, yummy. If you're trying to decide on a new color to embrace next year, look no further than your morning bowel movement. Pantone revealed its color of the year for 2024, and it is brown, but it's a light, they're calling the specific shade Mocha Mousse, which is somewhat lighter brown. Some people are calling it a win for quiet luxury. Other people say it looks like turds, or at least a
Sounds
poop
more like
emoji.
Reese's Mocha.
Yeah, mocha. Yeah, I suppose mocha is kind of poop colored, isn't it?
Good Lord.
When it comes out of the mousse.
And
Yeah,
he
when it comes.
I don't think you should give a moose a mocha. If you give a moose a mocha, he might
Oh,
kill you.
He's gonna want to. Yeah.
Really? If you give a moose a mocha, you're going with. Oh, God, I'm looking at it. It is poop color. There's no getting. That is exactly poop color.
Well, browns aren't really in, is the thing. They were huge in like
Yeah.
the 70s. I don't remember, but you know, I existed in proxy to the 70s, and you know, everything was that wood grain, those autumn colors, orange,
Yep.
brown, yellow, that sort of thing.
Yep.
But it hasn't. Everything's been like neutral, beigey, and gray for like 30 years now.
Yeah.
So I don't know why brown is like the new one. I guess coffee is good.
All right. Again, before we wrap it up, I have to ask the three of you, do you guys have a lottery ticket that you haven't cashed in yet?
No.
I can't remember the last time I bought one.
No, it's
Well,
been
you do.
A
quite
couple weeks
some
ago up
time.
in Duluth. So
Okay. The reason I ask is there is an unclaimed lottery ticket that expires tomorrow. It's a United States lottery ticket, expires tomorrow, and this ticket is worth $197 million.
Oh,
So
No,
if you've got a lottery, it's not you.
The only way I can think of that would happen would be grandma buys a lottery ticket and then bites it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's like no one is going to just be like, "Hey, I'll check this later."
yeah.
I wouldn't think so. That's true.
No.
All
being in
right.
the auto industry, I see them. You know, they throw them on the seat. Well, it misses a seat. Now it's
Oh
under the
yeah,
seat.
that's true.
Mhm.
They can never
Oh.
find them. And when
Yeah.
we check in cars, I'm looking under the seats, going, "Hey, this one's 3 years old."
Can you imagine losing $197 million lottery ticket?
Because you
Man.
didn't check.
No,
I would be, yeah. You don't recover from that, I don't think.
Howard, do you pick
No.
up the tickets then and go check them, or
well, if they're not, within a year,
okay,
I mean, I know if they're older than a year, they're dead anyway. So
okay.
it
Yeah.
all depends on the date.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
Yes, I do.
All right, Tyre, have a magnificent Christmas and New Year's holiday, and we'll talk to you. Get that ice cream wagon open as soon as you can.
It's going to be a while.
Sounds good.
It's going
You
to be
guys
a
have a
while.
good holiday too.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
See you, sir.
All right, fellas, any closing words on today's show?
I guess we could go through the schedule for the month.
For the month, if you
It's
want.
December.
Okay. We can
So
do
what
that.
are we? Are we? I'm guessing we're off the week of the 23rd.
We'll probably. I think we're going to do the morning show on the 23rd and 24th. But
You are?
We probably won't be doing this show. I would guess, unless
Are
you
we
want
doing
to.
26th, 27th. So
We
we
are
haven't really
not.
decided yet.
No, we've decided we're going to do on the morning show. We're going to do Monday and Tuesday, which is the 23rd and 24th.
All
Then
right.
we're going to take off the rest of that week. We're not going to work on the Monday and Tuesday or Wednesday of the next week,
Oh, okay.
but we are going to do the Thursday and Friday. So
Okay.
you can either take
Okay.
both weeks off or 1 week off, or we can do the 4 shows if you want. It's up to you.
We could probably do the 23rd. I don't know about the 24th.
Yes, that's the problem. A lot of people are traveling on the 24th. So if you don't
Yeah,
do
and
the
I-
show, that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a lot going on the 24th. The 23rd,
so-
I think we could do, but I don't know.
So then we'd be back on the 3rd here for this show.
Yeah, so we'd do the
Yeah.
23rd, and
Okay.
then nothing till you wouldn't be in on the
Right.
27th. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I like it. Okay, we'll get it all teed up and be ready to go, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Sounds good, Tommy.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Oh. He had it turned down.
Got a picture in my pocket reminds me of this rose before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking